Hello, everyone, and welcome to Daily God Gems with Lisa Renee. In Genesis chapter 37, we read about Joseph's dreams about his 11 brothers bowing down to him in the future. And in his second dream, even his parents bowed down to him. Joseph told his family about his two dreams, and in verse 10, his father rebuked him and said, "What is this dream you had? Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow down to the ground before you?" His brothers were jealous of him, yet his father kept the matter in mind. Why did God give Joseph these dreams? After Joseph told his family about these dreams, it just caused him a bunch of trouble with his jealous brothers. They threw him into a well and sold him into slavery. Yet, this eventually led Joseph to be given the position as the head of Potipher's household. However, Joseph's good fortune would soon end with a lie from Potiphar's wife, and Joseph would be sent to prison. He was once again in an undesirable situation. What kept Joseph from giving up in his circumstances? He knew that whatever bad situation he was in, that it wasn't the end of his story. He knew that he had a calling and a prosperous future as was revealed to him in his dreams. He held on to the promises of God that he revealed to him, and he kept his faith in God, and that God would be with him through every difficult circumstance. And God was indeed with Joseph, as we read in Genesis chapter 39, verses 20 through 21. But while Joseph was there in the prison, the Lord was with him. He showed him kindness and granted him favor in the eyes of the prison warden. God guided Joseph along his path towards his calling. And it wasn't an easy path, but this challenging path led to a prosperous and rewarding outcome. We read in Psalms chapter 105, verses 16 through 22. He called down famine on the land and destroyed all their supplies of food, and he sent a man before them, Joseph, sold as a slave. They bruised his feet with shackles. His neck was put in irons, till what he foretold came to pass, till the word of the Lord proved him true. The king sent and released him. The rulers of peoples set him free. He made him master of his household, ruler over all he possessed, to instruct his princes as he pleased and teach his elders wisdom. Joseph saw his calling come to fruition. God fulfilled the dreams he gave Joseph, and Joseph's brothers did bow down to him in a time of widespread famine, during which Joseph saved the people of Egypt and Canaan from starvation. And later, his brothers pleaded for his forgiveness, and Joseph told them in Genesis chapter 50, verse 20, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." The lesson we can learn from Joseph is that no matter what difficult circumstances we are enduring, it is not the end of our story. Therefore, we must keep our eyes fixed on the promised future which God has for each one of us. Apostle Paul tells us in 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 16 through 18, "Therefore, we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day, for our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal." So let us keep our faith and not lose heart as we face difficulties, hardship, or suffering. Let us keep the proper perspective of the big picture that God has painted for us in His Word and His promises to strengthen us, help us, and uphold us by His righteous right hand, as we read in Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. And let us remember our Lord's promise in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11. I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Everyone have a wonderful day, and may God's love and peace be with you.